They're hanging out with Tracy in Stadium 2. There they are. What's up, guys? You got myself, Jeff, Jam Mike, you got Nick, there's Tracy. Before we kind of hang out, watch some tennis with you, maybe you can just tell fans at home a little bit about the lead up to the tournament, and when you finally found out you were getting that wild card, how special was that feeling?
That's for Ryan, I think. Ryan?
I can't hear a thing.
Oh, you can't hear anything? Patrick, can you hear?
Can you say that one more
so
time,
the
please?
lead up to the tournament, obviously you asked for the wild card. You guys won the 2 challengers here at Indian Wells about a month ago. You won both of them. And I think that you wrote a letter to Tommy Haas, but then you get the news, you find out that you get the wild card. What was that like?
It was, honestly, I had no words. We were in Barcelona. It was probably midnight. We were on the way home to San Diego, and we were both just shocked. We were super stoked and excited, and it's been the experience of a lifetime. So we're both grateful to be here, and yeah, it's been sick.
Well,
Yeah,
Ryan,
no doubt. I think.
Oh, yeah,
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it was honestly exactly the kind of pick me up we needed, because we were coming back from a couple weeks in Tenerife, where. He'd been sick the first week. I'd been sick the second week. We'd lost to 2 good teams in close matches, and we were a little bit just kind of down, dejected. And then we were at overnight layover in Barcelona, and we got the email that we were in, and immediately, our mindset, our energy was just so excited. All we wanted to do was kind of get out here, get ready, go practice, and we kind of never looked back. All the kind of, not negativity, but we were definitely a little down at the time, but we threw that out the window once we saw the opportunity in front of us.
And then when you beat Gonzalez and Molteni, I've got to say, hopefully our producer, Michael Hastings, is able to bring that match point, because apparently that backhand that you hit the winner, but I didn't know the score line was 8-9, so it was a match tiebreak. Yep. You hit a winner, so now you win 10-8 in the match tiebreak. And Ryan, you hugged him about 72 times.
Yeah,
so excited. You threw your racket. I love the energy. Big moment.
Yeah.
What'd that feel like?
I mean, it was everything, that we've dreamed of, I think, since we were young, at least for me, getting to play on this stage, especially in front of friends and family.
You're from?
Yeah, from Coronado, so just about 2 hours away, 2.5 maybe. But growing up, I ball boyed at this tournament 12 years ago or something, and so it's a real, I guess, full circle moment of sorts. But just to have the opportunity, we were so grateful to be able to play in this event. We definitely felt like we had a lot to prove, not only to ourselves, but kind of to the fans, to the tournament director and stuff. He took a chance on us, Tommy, and we had some people that went to bat for us, that to help us get the wild card, I think, and we really wanted to make them proud. And so that moment was just, it was a culmination of just, a lot of hard work and excitement, anxiety, nerves, and everything. And when he hit the winner, yeah, I went nuts. I was just so thrilled.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, Ryan, obviously I got to give you props, buddy. You're UNC Tar Heels, so we got to first just throw that out there.
And shout
Patrick,
out Trip, shout out Sam.
Yeah, shout out Trip and Sam. And Patrick, you played at Utah, as you see here. You started junior college, Idaho State, and then Utah. But tell us a little bit about the journey for you guys together. You guys have known each other since you were 10, 11, 12. I think Ryan was a little bit of a moon baller, and so you weren't really kind of into that moon ball that he used to throw in the juniors, and so maybe didn't know each other all that well. And then here we are. You asked him to play. I believe it was last year when Utah was playing North Carolina in a college dual match, and then so tell us how this connected.
Yeah, I mean, my assistant coach at Utah, shout out Sten, he threw the idea out there, and he just said, hey, Seggerman's a good player. You guys are both from San Diego. You should ask him to play. Yeah. So I asked Seggerman to play, and he had a couple partners lined up. So I was like, I don't even know if this is gonna work out, but we'll see. We played our first tournament at the 15K in Lakewood, and we won. So we're like, all right, let's keep this going.
You kept it going. You won 10 titles last year.
Unbelievable. Yeah, 10 titles. So
and 12 tournaments.
Ever since then, I mean, it's been good so far. So yeah, we're blessed.
Well, guys,
welcome to the tour. How's the rest of the year going to look for you? This is going to give you an amazing boost. Now people know who you are. We were watching that whole match. It was amazing. That tiebreak was really close in the end, and of course that winning return was, you didn't even think twice about that one. I've played matches like that. You just ripped it. What's the rest of the year going to look like for you guys?
I think at this point, we're looking probably to go play some of the challengers in Mexico. Those are the ones coming up next. Obviously, there's kind of a swing of American tournaments, some ATPs coming up, I think, in maybe like May, June, July. And we want to get our ranking to a point where we can get into those. You know, at some point soon, we want to be playing tournaments like this or those ATPs consistently.
Right.
But until then, you know, we're just going to try and, you know, keep enjoying the journey. You know, we have a lot of belief in each other and ourselves as a team. So this week was definitely a positive step. Obviously, we wish we could have gone a couple more rounds, but we lost to a good team, and that happens. It was a good match.
Yeah,
and so we're just excited for the next opportunity we have to get out on a stage like that.
I wanted to ask you guys about NOAD in college. In college, you play singles and you play doubles, and it's NOAD there, or NOAD here. And just so much energy. You played at Princeton as well. How was that to play college tennis and then to come here? You're kind of ready for those pressure moments. And I also want you to talk about that academics at Princeton and how you manage that.
Yeah, the NOAD, I think, it's obviously an asset to have played in that environment before. I think we were, you know, I think most of the time you kind of would assess those as coin flips, and we were fortunate in the first round against Molteni and Gonzalez. We went 7 for 7 on deuce points in the match, which is
clutch, baby, clutch.
Obviously, yeah, maybe better to be lucky than good. Better to be lucky than good, I think. But we needed every one of those, and so that was big for us. I think maybe, you know, like I said, we've had a lot of experience in those sort of points, not necessarily together all the time, but we're comfortable enough, and like I said, we believe in each other. And then yeah, so for us, that's those kind of points, you know, we just try to back ourselves. And for me, coming from Princeton, the academics was definitely challenging. I think everyone who's gone to, you know, schools all across the country, you know, balancing academics and tennis can be a challenge. But I think it just, you know, inspires maybe a little more confidence or belief that, you know, when you just overcome certain adversity or struggles in college or in life, you know, it helps going forward. So feel good in I guess a lot of
Patrik,
tough
what about
situations.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like college was huge with the deuce points. You're used to having guys like kind of up in your face on the big points and screaming out, you know, outlandish stuff like break time. You know, I smell a break. You know, so we're kind of used to it. But yeah.
Well, Patrik, I guess I want to ask you. You know, in the 4 months at the end of last year, you guys went, I looked it up, about over 45,000 miles, traveling over 3 continents. I looked up the story in Tunisia where you guys lost your bag. So one of you was wearing board shorts. One of you had to get a hair tie from somebody else on the court. So tell us about those experiences that you had that obviously helped in these bigger moments. You guys had to overcome a lot of adversity from losing bags and all of that in that journey.
Yeah, I mean, the journey has been fun. Losing the baggage, it wasn't that tough. There was a lot of nice people in Tunisia that, I mean, I borrowed some shoes from, shout out Daniel Moreno. He borrowed some shoes from, I don't even know.
Stefan Vujic in Australia, and I haven't seen him since, but shout out to him.
And shout out Vicky. Vicky played tennis for Georgia Tech and Pepperdine. She gave me a shirt and a hair tie. And
wow.
So
her shirt fit you?
Yeah, I don't know. She had an XL. It was big for her. So, you know, yeah, the ref was looking at me like, you're a clown. What are you doing out here? And I was just like, sorry, I lost my bags. So, yeah, it was cool.
I'm loving these SoCal vibes, by the way. You guys are 6'5" and 6'6". Who's got the bigger serve? Who serves first?
Oh.
This guy.
I would have said him, but I think this week, actually, I got him, so I'm proud of that. Yeah, it was cool to have the radar gun out on the court. So we're not used to that.
They're both
so Patrik, you didn't play tennis from 13 to 17 years old, right? And maybe just a little bit. What'd you do during that time period? And then you decided, hey, I want to go play college tennis now?
Yeah, so I was still training from like 13 to 17, but then from 17 to 18, my senior year of high school, I was a high school hooper. You know,
nice.
I loved playing basketball, so I had some friends on the team, and they were like, "Hey, you should try out. We need a big man." So I was like, "Say less. I'll get out there." You know, I tried out for the team, and I realized pretty quickly that I don't have a future in this sport. So I went to tennis. You know, I went back to tennis and. Yeah, I wanted to play D1 and played D1, and now I'm here somehow. So, yeah.
So what are you guys focusing on in your game? You know, are you guys traveling with the coach? Now that you guys have formed a great partnership, I mean, you guys are winning a lot of titles. You guys are going to, you know, people are going to start to maybe know your game, but you also want to learn about other people's games. So are you guys going to start hiring a coach? And what's the plans now?
Yeah, tough to say. I mean, at this point, obviously, doubles doesn't pay the best at the this week is an amazing week for us, obviously, but the futures and challengers we're not making a great living. But that's,
give us an idea, because out there people don't know. Like if you're going to win
this week, 34K this week.
No, but I'm talking about the futures and the challengers to win. What would you win?
I mean, after taxes, we spent a week in Mexico. They took 30% taxes, I think, from us, and we walked away. That was a 25K, and I think we each walked away with maybe like $500 from the doubles or something.
Oh, wow.
And that wasn't even that bad because Mexico's easy to travel to from San Diego. You can get out of the Tijuana airport, no problem. But going to Tunisia, going to Australia, some of the places we did at the end of last year, that those airline tickets are a little more expensive, and so there's definitely some additional pressure. You know, you really want to perform and make that money back. That was why Spain, our couple weeks there, hurt a little more than some of our other travels. But this one is a good week for us, and you know, we just want to keep building so we get to play these events more often in the future. You know, you get a taste of this, and you want this to be your life.
What about singles? Because I actually know you growing up in Southern Cal.
Yeah.
Ryan Seggerman, he was very, very good junior in SoCal. But balancing the singles and the doubles, because oftentimes the doubles, you'll go deep and then you can't go into the qualifying for the next week. How are you going to do that right now?
Yeah, it just depends on the week and the tournament. I'm still going to try to play when I can. For the 75s and 50s at the challenger level, I have a pretty good shot of getting in at least to qualifying, I think, for most of them. But a lot of guys that probably at my ranking, you know, would be mixing in a lot of 25Ks or even 15s, but with where we're at in doubles, that's not really a great option. And I don't want to slow down the momentum that we have. And singles I enjoy, but doubles is really what I love. And I think I have more belief in myself and us as a team in doubles than I do in myself in singles. So I kind of want to just full throttle that, and I'll play the singles when I can, but it's not a priority necessarily.
Well, we talked about who has the better serve, who has the better golf game. You guys played golf this morning. Who won?
This guy.
Yeah.
You guys wager half the prize money?
Was it on half?
He's not much of a golfer at this point. I'm gonna try to get him back out there again tomorrow. But it's all right. He's definitely the better basketball player. We played a little bit in Charleston. We played a little bit in North Carolina. We went back to Chapel Hill for a couple weeks over the last few months just to train. We played out there, and I'll say it's kind of brutal because, like I said, I don't play much with guys who played high school ball and this and that. And he's a big man and stuff, and I took a shot to the chin, like pretty hard, and I was like, that's got to be an offensive foul. And he's like, dude, you're a big man. You just got to eat that. And I was like, are you serious? Like, there was no sympathy. True. I was like, dude, we got a tournament next week. I have like tinnitus now in my ear. My head's ringing. He was like, yeah, man, that's basketball. Like, that's tough.
So we just had an analytical team here in the booth with us. How much do you use analytics, and when you're training together, as far as how to improve as a team, and when you're going to play the next team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously at the futures level, you don't even have really access to a lot of that stuff. The challengers and now the ATP, when we play teams like that, we have a little bit more access to watch prior matches, and I like doing that. That's just, I'm a big fan of watching tennis and this and that, and I like studying numbers and things like that. So I do my best to watch film, and Pat and I will talk about it before matches, but it just depends. I mean, I enjoy it, but it's not always easily accessible. So it just depends. We try to do our homework, you know, when we can. I think it's important. It helps us go out on court with a little more confidence when we're able to know what to expect.
Sorry, it just shows how difficult the futures is compared to, I mean, all these bags losing and you're borrowing clothes, and compared to here at Indian Wells, right?
Yeah.
Two different worlds.
We don't even mind losing clothes. I think it's both times we lost our bags. We lost them in Australia too, and we went undefeated there. So if airlines lose our luggage, that's
keep losing clothes. Pat, I'm more interested in your college journey as well. I mean, you started junior college, then Idaho State, and then Utah. So how did all that come about? You just kept, you know, kind of moving different places and improving your game along the way.
Yeah, so obviously I had no offers coming out of high school because I wasn't playing tournaments, but my brother went to junior college, so I kind of just took his route. He went to Palomar College. That's where I went as well. Mm-hmm. I kind of had a relationship with the coach there at Palomar College. Then he went to Idaho State University, and I went to Idaho State University. So yeah, obviously he knew the coach and threw me the lob. And I really wanted to go play for a Pac-12 school. I wanted to play for a Power 5 school. COVID gave me another year, so luckily Utah picked me up, and yeah, I mean it was difficult bouncing around, you know, to a bunch of different schools, but it was fun. You know, you get to meet a lot of new people, new places. I got to branch out a little bit, and you also get to work with a bunch of different coaches that have different styles and stuff. So I feel like that helped me out a lot, and I feel like it was good for developing my game. Obviously, playing in high altitude tennis in Idaho and Utah, I feel like it was really good for my serve and volleys. So yeah.
Well, are you still into Ryan Seggerman's style? I've been hearing from some of the UNC players that he chews gum while he's playing. So Ryan, are you trying to be like Michael Jordan when chewing gum when you play, or what's the deal?
You know, I didn't start doing it because of Michael Jordan, but I think I might keep doing it because of him. Now that I know that there's that kind of crossover. I even saw a video the other day of Chris Everett that she was chewing gum back in the day at Wimbledon, I think it was.
Chrissy? I can't imagine.
I swear, I think I saw a video. But in any case, yeah, that's just been a fun thing. Actually, I haven't always done it, but I did it in the 2 challengers out here when we won those. And so I kind of just thought we're a little superstitious about certain things, or at least we like to put ourselves in that mind frame that if it worked then, it'll work now. So we do that. We it's funny. We try to we'll park in the same spots when we can at this tournament. It's
that sounds
just
familiar.
little things like that.
Sounds like you guys know how to adapt, and you're continuing to adapt. That school story is one of adapting and learning how to be the best you can be in certain situations, and that's what the sport's really about, especially doubles. And figure it out, you know, on the fly. Sometimes you got to change up the strategy. That's great.
Yeah, no doubt. I think for us, it's like we're building confidence through this journey together, and I think neither one of us necessarily tore up college tennis or junior tennis. You know, we both had moments maybe where we were really successful, but being able to play now at this stage and have success together is special, because a lot of people probably wouldn't have expected it from us, or maybe, you know, wouldn't have recommended even that we look to a professional route. And so the fact that we're kind of doing it and proving it to ourselves and to some other people, I think makes it that much more satisfying.
You know, it's an amazing story. It's such a brutal sport. It's been fun to kind of take us through that journey, because we always talk about how tough it is. So you guys earned that wild card. You kind of broke through. Just congrats once again. Just keep losing the clothes. Maybe you'll lift a trophy naked next time or something like that. Keep it up.
Keep it going, boys. We'll be following.
Appreciate it.
We'll be following.
Thank you so much,
Go get it, boys.
Shout out Tar Heels. Shout out Princeton, too.
Congrats, guys.
So good.
Yeah, like they were saying, we didn't tear up college tennis. They were ranked nationally top 50, top 30, but it just shows they were almost. Oh, here we go. We got break points here in the 11th game.
Yeah, this is. They broke back. It was 6-3, 5-4. Cryrez Prutz, Roger Glasspool broke back, and now in a tough spot.
It's almost like they were conceding.